Where the cold Atlantic meets rugged shores, the journey of lobster shell chitin and astaxanthin begins, with the harvest of the sea's armored giants.
For every pound of lobster meat, there's rich and hidden
Traceability from the very first step. Every batch of lobster shells is tagged and weighed, linking the pristine seafood source to the final pharmaceutical-grade powders.
Keep them at 2 degrees.
Acknowledged.
To preserve the precious proteins and pigments, the lobster shells travel under strict refrigeration.
From sea to science, the lobster shells travel through changing landscapes, their hidden molecules poised to become medical sutures, bioplastics, and potent red pigments.
Clear to enter. Nothing enters unverified. This high-security biotech facility treats lobster shells as the valuable pharmaceutical feedstock they are.
This is where lobster shells undergo a remarkable transformation. Inside, the red waste...
The shells enter the processing stream. Odor control and worker safety are priorities as the raw lobster shells begin a chemical metamorphosis. Even the cleanest seafood plants can leave traces. Meticulous manual and optical sorting ensure only pure lobster shells proceed to extraction. A thorough wash strips away the last organic residues. Clean shells are essential for extracting pure chitin and astaxanthin without contaminants. Steam blanching cleanses and sterilizes, but it also begins to loosen the protein bonds, preparing the lobster shells for the critical chemical extraction steps ahead.
Dry enough.
Dried to the right consistency, the lobster shells are ready for milling. Moisture removal protects the chitin and astaxanthin from degradation during grinding and storage.
Milled into a coarse meal, the lobster shells become a homogeneous raw material. This meal is the starting point for the dual...
Stored under inert gas to protect the sensitive pigments, the lobster shell meal now diverges on 2 paths, one to become chitin,
the first chemical step on the chitin path, demineralization. Hydrochloric acid dissolves the calcium carbonate in the lobster.
The acid dissolves the minerals, leaving a soft, pliable residue that is rich in chitin. The red pigment begins to separate.
Filtration separates the demineralized chitin cake from the acid. Importantly, the filtrate contains dissolved astaxanthin and will be processed separately. Nothing is wasted.
Thoroughly washed to remove all acid traces, the chitin cake is now ready for deproteinization, the removal of proteins still bound to the chitin polymer. Deproteinization uses hot sodium hydroxide to break down and dissolve the proteins bound to the chitin. What remains will be nearly pure lobster chitin. Real-time monitoring ensures complete protein removal. Pure chitin is the goal, and the reaction is held until protein levels are negligible. Filtration captures the purified chitin. The spent caustic solution is neutralized, and the chitin moves forward to be washed and dried. Neutral and pure. The lobster shell chitin is now free of protein and alkali, ready to be dried into a stable intermediate for chitosan.
Dried to stable flakes, then milled into a fine powder. This lobster shell chitin is now a pharmaceutical-grade...
Lobster chitin. Pure lobster chitin, securely stored. This powder is a valuable biopolymer destined for applications ranges.
The acid that dissolved the minerals also released the lobster's red gold, astaxanthin. This filtrate is the starting
tension tours. Through selective adsorption, astaxanthin is captured from the acidic solution. The pigment concentrates into a vivid concentrated to its essence. The lobster astaxanthin is a natural pigment of unmatched purity. Rigorous testing confirms its potency and safety. Science validates nature. Lobster astaxanthin, at 98% purity, is among the finest natural sources of this powerful antioxidant. DA 95%, pass.
Every batch of lobster chitin is verified for its chemical identity. A high degree of acetylation confirms its suitability for biomedical applications.
Release both batches.
Packaged to preserve purity, the lobster chitin is sealed into drums, protected from moisture and contamination, ready for global distribution. Protected from light and oxygen, lobster astaxanthin is bottled as a premium liquid concentrate, destined for nutraceutical and cosmetic formulations. For human nutrition, lobster astaxanthin is delivered in easy-to-swallow soft gels. A daily dose of this marine antioxidant supports skin, eye, and joint health.
To create chitosan, lobster chitin undergoes deacetylation. This harsh but controlled alkaline treatment removes...
Lobster chitosan powder, now soluble and bioactive, is destined for wound dressings, drug delivery, and water treatment. A versatile biopolymer from the sea. Even the minerals are recovered. Lobster shell calcium carbonate becomes a valuable soil conditioner, returning essential minerals to the earth. The extracted proteins re-enter the food chain. Lobster protein meal is a nutritious ingredient for aquaculture feeds, closing the loop on marine resources. Environmental stewardship is integral. The Lobster Shell facility treats all its process water to the highest standards. The extraction never stops. Lobster shells are processed around the clock, maximizing efficiency and meeting global demand for these marine biomolecules.
Stability testing guarantees that lobster astaxanthin retains its potency and color throughout its shelf life, whether in a soft gel or a cosmetic cream. Lobster astaxanthin isn't just for supplements. In high-end cosmetics, its antioxidant power helps protect skin from aging, while its natural pink hue adds a touch of luxury.
Lobster chitin becomes a life-saving suture, biocompatible and absorbable. It eliminates the need for removal and reduces scarring. As a natural flocculant, lobster chitin clarifies water without toxic chemicals, providing safe drinking water and reducing reliance on synthetic polymers. The same pigment that makes lobsters red gives farmed salmon their appealing color. Natural lobster astaxanthin replaces synthetic pigments, meeting consumer demand for clean labels. From lobster shell chitin comes biodegradable plastic. This film can replace petroleum-based packaging, breaking down naturally and returning to the earth. Planned shutdowns ensure reliability. Every piece of equipment in the lobster shell plant is meticulously maintained to prevent unplanned downtime and ensure product quality.
Independent audits validate the lobster shell facility's commitment to quality and safety, enabling its products to reach pharmaceutical and food markets globally. Safety is non-negotiable. Working with acids and alkalis demand rigorous training, and the lobster shell team is prepared for any situation.
Seamless transitions ensure continuous operation. The knowledge of the night shift flows directly to the day team, keeping the lobster shell extraction on track. Sustainability and solvent use. The lobster shell plant recycles its extraction solvents, minimizing environmental impact and operational costs. Lobster chitin crosses borders. This shipment will become absorbable sutures in a German medical device factory, closing the loop between ocean and operating room.
Good quality. Received and verified. The lobster chitin meets the strict specifications of the medical device industry, ready to be transformed into life-saving products.
Flying premium. Lobster astaxanthin travels by air to ensure freshness, reaching consumers quickly and maintaining its full antioxidant potency. From the North Atlantic to Japan, lobster astaxanthin finds a home in the daily health routines of consumers who trust natural marine ingredients.
A daily ritual powered by the sea. Lobster astaxanthin supports
Lobster shell facility sources from multiple sustainable fisheries, blending different lobster species to maintain consistent output while supporting regional economies. Natural variability demands intelligent control. The lobster shell extraction process is adaptive, ensuring consistent chitin and astaxanthin quality regardless of the source.
Behind every batch of lobster chitin and astaxanthin is a team of dedicated scientists like her, ensuring that the chemistry is precise and the product is pure.
Attention to detail down to the blade edge. Sharp, balanced mill blades ensure uniform lobster shell meal, which leads to more efficient chemical extraction.
This is the best part of our supply chain. We take the shells, they take the meat. Perfect partnership. The lobster shell team celebrates the whole animal.
Transparency builds trust. The lobster shell plant welcomes the public to see how innovation turns shells into science, inspiring the next generation.
Pushing boundaries. Lobster chitin can be broken down into nanofibers, creating ultra-thin, strong materials for next-generation wound care and tissue engineering.
Innovation in delivery. Lobster astaxanthin in a liposomal spray offers rapid absorption and convenience, meeting the needs of busy, health-conscious consumers.
As you can see, the gradient reflects the deep ocean.
Perfect. From lab to label. The Lobster astaxanthin brand is built on the rapid prototyping speeds innovation. Within days, the lobster astaxanthin spray concept becomes a tangible product, ready for pilot testing. From pilot to market, the lobster astaxanthin spray begins its journey through stability testing, ensuring it meets shelf life requirements before full-scale launch.
Stable and effective. The lobster astaxanthin spray passes accelerated stability tests, proving it will deliver antioxidant benefits to consumers throughout its shelf life.
Scaled to meet demand. The lobster astaxanthin spray is now a commercial reality, joining the product line and expanding the reach of marine antioxidants.
Interesting.
On shelf and in homes. Lobster astaxanthin now offers consumers a choice of formats, making it easier than ever to incorporate
Word of mouth, amplified. The lobster astaxanthin spray gains traction through authentic customer experiences, driving demand and brand loyalty. E-commerce success. The lobster shell products reach doorsteps directly, fueled by a seamless digital and logistics operation.
Oh, a bonus.
A surprise delight. Including a lobster chitin bandage sample introduces customers to the wider world of marine bioproducts.
Lobster chitin bandages offer a window to healing. Transparent, breathable, and biodegradable, they represent the next generation of wound care.
Wow, that worked well.
Synergy in a box. The lobster shell product range combines internal health, external care, and personal hygiene, all derived from the same sustainable source.
From lobsters? Amazing.
gifts that tell a story.
Lobster Shell products spark curiosity and conversation. We need more freezer space.
Frozen in time, lobster shells can be preserved for months, ensuring a steady feedstock for the extraction plant regardless of the fishing season. Whether fresh or frozen, lobster shells yield the same high-quality chitin and astaxanthin. The cold chain preserves their valuable molecules. People make the process work. Recognizing exceptional effort keeps the Lobster Shell team motivated and proud of their contribution to sustainable industry.
We achieved a 15% reduction.
Great progress.
Measurable improvement. The Lobster Shell plant actively reduces its environmental impact.
Yes.
Sustainability sells. Customers increasingly choose lobster shell products not just for quality, but for the environmental story behind them.
Scalable and responsive. The Lobster Shell facility can ramp up to meet demand thanks to flexible processes and a dedicated workforce.
Through the night, quality is guarded. The Lobster Shell night shift ensures that every drop of astaxanthin meets the standard.
Even at 3 a.m., precision is maintained. The Lobster Shell lab operates 24/7, a silent partner to the production floor.
Continuity of care. The Lobster Shell team communicates seamlessly, preventing small issues from becoming big problems.
Proactive maintenance. By replacing filters before they clog, the Lobster Shell plant avoids downtime and protects the expensive adsorption resin.
The adsorption resin is reused for hundreds of cycles. Regeneration minimizes waste and cost.
Even spent materials contribute. The Lobster Shell plant's waste-to-energy program ensures that nothing ends up in a landfill. Harnessing the sun to process the sea, the Lobster Shell plant expands its renewable energy, aligning its power source with the natural origins of its products. Intelligent energy management. By aligning production with solar generation, the Lobster Shell plant reduces costs and its environmental impact. A milestone. Lobster shell milling powered entirely by the sun. This is the future of sustainable manufacturing.
Heads. It helps us create the medicine.
Can I touch a lobster shell?
Inspiring young minds. The Lobster Shell plant shows children that science.
It's astaxanthin.
I want to be a scientist.
A spark of curiosity. Today's tour may inspire the next generation of marine biotechnologists.
Tastes like berry. Making science delicious.
A major milestone. The lobster chitin suture is adopted by a large hospital network, validating years of R&D and bringing the product to patients in need. Precision and sterility. The Lobster Chitin suture line operates in a pharmaceutical-grade cleanroom, ensuring the highest safety for surgical applications. Microscopic quality control. Every lobster chitin suture is inspected to meet the exacting standards of modern surgery. Packaged for the operating room. Lobster chitin sutures are individually sealed and sterilized, ready to aid surgeons in their life-saving work.
Only after rigorous sterility testing do the Lobster Chitin sutures leave quarantine. Patient safety is paramount. Sterility confirmed.
From the ocean to the OR, lobster chitin sutures arrive at the hospital, the final step in a journey that began with a lobster shell.
In the surgeon's hands, Lobster Chitin performs flawlessly. Biocompatible and strong, it supports healing and
levels. Healed with help from the sea. The Lobster Chitin suture not only closed the wound but also contributed to a better recovery. Word of mouth in the digital age. A patient's positive experience spreads, building credibility for Lobster Chitin among patients and professionals alike.
That's a powerful story.
Authentic stories sell. The Lobster Shell sales team uses real patient experiences to demonstrate the value of marine-derived medical products.
Engaging the medical community. The Lobster Shell story is shared through immersive visuals and scientific evidence, building confidence in marine biomaterials.
Interesting.
Evidence-based adoption. Lobster Chitin's clinical data is readily accessible, enabling surgeons to make informed decisions about the materials they use.
Trials lead to trust. Providing samples allows surgeons to experience the benefits of lobster chitin firsthand, often leading to full adoption. A 5-star review from the OR. Lobster chitin sutures earn the trust of the surgical community through performance, not just promise.
My shells helped make that suture.
Yes, they did.
Every role matters. The person feeding the mill knows that their work contributes to saving lives. A powerful motivator. A connected workforce. The Lobster Shell plant uses internal social media to celebrate contributions and build a community around the mission. I see my impact. The My Contribution campaign reinforces that every job in the Lobster Shell plant is essential to the final, life-improving products.
A certified achievement, the lobster shell plant officially diverts all waste from landfill, a testament to its comprehensive approach to sustainability.
Zero waste, proven. The lobster shell facility sets a benchmark for the industry, proving that complete resource utilization is possible and profitable.
Remarkable.
Sustainability drives value. The lobster shell plant's achievements resonate with investors, proving that green practices enhance the bottom line. Recognized from the top, the lobster shell team's work is valued at the highest levels, fueling motivation for the next sustainability challenge. The next frontier. The lobster shell team sets its sights on carbon neutrality, empowered to contribute ideas and lead the initiative. Employee-driven innovation. The biogas project originated from a worker's suggestion and is now a funded initiative to reduce the plant's carbon footprint. Building a greener future. The lobster shell biogas digester will convert waste into renewable energy, moving the plant closer to carbon neutrality. A flame of progress. Lobster shell waste now powers the very plant that processes it, a tangible step toward a circular economy. Another 5% reduction.
Measured and celebrated. The biogas project delivers real carbon savings, and the employee who sparked it is honored.
I just had an idea. The team made it happen.
Encouraged and rewarded. Ideas are in lobster shell plant culture value.
Inspiring.
An inspiration for others. The lobster shell plant's success with employee-driven sustainability becomes a case study for the industry.
Sharing knowledge. The lobster shell plant opens its doors to inspire the wider manufacturing community, multiplying the impact of its sustainable practices.
Benchmarking for a better industry. The lobster shell plant doesn't gird its secrets. It shares them to raise the bar for sustainable biomanufacturing globally.
Full traceability. We need this system.
Transparency from sea to shelf. The lobster shell traceability system ensures every batch can be traced back to its origin.
Collaboration over competition. By sharing tools and knowledge, the lobster shell plant helps build a more transparent and sustainable supply chain across the industry.
This is what we stand for. A tapestry of trust. The Lobster Shell Success Board tells the story of a facility dedicated to quality.
Leading with purpose. The lobster shell plant manager knows that true success is measured not just in tons produced, a leader who listens. The lobster shell plant's culture is built on respect and genuine care for the people who make it all happen. The work never stops, but the people who lead it understand balance. The lobster shell plant is a 24-hour operation. At night, the lobster shell plant reveals its inner fire. The red glow of astaxanthin, the white liquid ruby. The astaxanthin elution is the visual peak of the process, a moment where the hidden value of lobster shells becomes tangible.
Beautiful.
Pure, potent, precious. Lobster astaxanthin is nature's red gold, now captured and ready to deliver its benefits to the world. Capsulated for convenience. Lobster astaxanthin softgels are now a finished product, carrying the essence of the ocean to consumers around the globe. A portfolio of marine value. The lobster shell plant's warehouse holds not just products, but solutions for health, for industry, and for the planet. Full circle. The branded truck carries lobster shell products to the world, while back at the port, new shells are being unloaded, ready to start the cycle again.
And so the cycle continues. From the sea, to the factory, to the world, and back to the sea.
And this is how modern factories produce chitin and astaxanthin from lobster shells, from start to finish.
Spoken by those who lead it. The lobster shell teams. From the lobster's shell to human health and industry, chitin and astaxanthin. This is where waste. Subscribe for more real factory breakdowns.
And somewhere in the deep, a new shell is growing. Nature's endless gift.
A new day dawns for lobster shell chitin and astaxanthin. Sustainable source verified.
Every shell now carries the mark of responsible fishing. Lobster shell chitin and astaxanthin are not just pure.
Nature's variability is embraced. Whether from cold or warm waters, each batch of lobster shells is inspected to adjust the extraction process.
Complete traceability. From boat to batch, lobster shells are fully traceable. This digital thread guarantees authenticity and provides
precision encapsulation transforms lobster astaxanthin oil into convenient daily doses. Each softgel is a sealed capsule of antioxidant power, ready to support health and wellness. It's polished to perfection, then inspected by machine vision. Only flawless lobster astaxanthin softgels make it to the consumer, ensuring every bottle reflects the highest quality. Lobster chitin threads are braided into high-strength sutures. Every micron is controlled, ensuring surgeons receive a consistent, reliable material for wound closure. Strength tested and proven. Lobster chitin sutures meet the the rigorous mechanical demands of surgery, ensuring wounds stay closed during the critical healing period.
From clean room to sterilization, lobster chitin sutures are handled with aseptic precision. Each suture is ready.
A comprehensive order. Lobster shell chitin and astaxanthin products are consolidated onto a single pallet, destined for a hospital, secured and climate-controlled. The lobster shell product pallet begins its final journey under lock and seal, the cold chain intact from warehouse to hospital.
Safe journey.
En route to those who heal, lobster shell chitin and astaxanthin products travel from the coast to the clinic.
Innovation that marries the two streams. By combining lobster chitin and astaxanthin, the team envisions a face mask that delivers antioxidant treatment while being fully biodegradable.
A prototype is born. The lobster chitin sheet, infused with lobster astaxanthin serum, shows promise as a soothing, eco-friendly facial mask. From lab to pilot, the lobster astaxanthin chitin face mask is now a tangible product, with the first units ready to be tested by real users. Packaging that reflects the ocean. The lobster shell face mask pouch is itself compostable, aligning the entire product with the plant's zero-waste philosophy. Okay, just relax now.
It feels refreshing.
The true test is human experience. Lobster astaxanthin and chitin face masks are evaluated by consumers. 95% satisfaction. It's ready for launch.
Green light.
Validated by users. The lobster shell face mask exceeds expectations. When will the new line start?
Next month.
A new chapter. The lobster shell family celebrates the expansion into beauty and personal care.
Skilled hands for a delicate product. Lobster shell workers are trained to handle the new face mask line with the same care they apply to pharmaceuticals.
Placement is perfect.
Purpose-built for beauty. For beauty. The new lobster shell face mask line integrates seamlessly into the plant.
History in a pouch. The first lobster shell face mask rolls off the line, a symbol of the plant's innovative spirit and ability to diversify. Safety and quality first. Lobster shell face masks undergo the same rigorous testing as all products from the plant, ensuring they are safe for the most sensitive skin.
Revealed to the world, the Lobster Shell face mask launch brings together community, media, and influencers, telling the story of marine beauty.
The story resonates. A face mask derived from lobster shells captures the imagination of eco-conscious consumers, driving demand and brand awareness.
Instant success. The lobster shell face mask taps into the growing market for natural, sustainable beauty, and the plant is ready to deliver.
Every order is an opportunity to delight. The Lobster Shell team includes a handwritten note, connecting the consumer directly to the people behind the product.
Going global, lobster shell face masks are exported to the epicenter of beauty innovation, South Korea, proving that marine biotechnology knows no borders.
I want to study the ocean.
The lobster shell supply chain starts with coastal families. Their connection to the sea is passed down.
A fair partnership, the lobster shell plant invests in the fishermen, ensuring they benefit from the value extracted from their shells and are motivated to protect the marine resource.
Sustainability from sea to factory. The lobster shell plant's commitment extends to the very source.
Tangible benefits. The premium paid for lobster shells directly improves livelihoods, funding education, and securing a brighter future for fishing families.
I will study the ocean and find new ways to use its gifts.
The full spectrum of lobster shell innovation, ready to ship. From medical sutures to beauty masks, this single pallet embodies the plant's mission to extract
And this is how modern factories produce chitin and astaxanthin from lobster shells, from start to finish.
From the people who live it.
From the shell of a lobster to a world of solutions, chitin and astaxanthin. This is where...
Subscribe for more real factory breakdowns.
And somewhere in the deep, a new shell grows, carrying the promise of chitin and astaxanthin.